Welcome back to the Velvet Story. You are listening to the final chapters of Wrong Love, Right Heart, a story of love lost, love tested, and love finally found. In chapters 26 to 30, secrets unravel, hearts are put on trial, and the choices they make now will define their forever. Can love still bloom when trust is broken? Will the heart choose what's easy or what's right? Settle in, breathe deep. This is the emotional conclusion of Wrong Love, Right Heart. Let the story begin. Chapter 26, The Ultimate Choice. The Oracle's Chamber, Dusk. The room was bathed in the golden light of the setting sun, casting long shadows on the stone walls. Ira stood motionless, her gaze fixed on Kale, her heart heavy with the weight of the Oracle's words. The air in the chamber felt thick, as if every moment was building toward a climax, a choice that could tear their world apart or heal it forever. The Oracle's cryptic words echoed in her mind. The price of restoring balance may be the loss of everything you hold dear. Could they truly make this sacrifice? Was love enough to guide them, or would they have to choose something else? Kale's voice broke the silence. Ira, what do we do? Ira closed her eyes, fighting the storm of emotions that threatened to overwhelm her. I don't know, Kale. I don't know what to choose anymore. The kingdom is falling apart. The air is missing. Her voice cracked, but she pushed forward. We've already changed everything, but what if this choice means losing you? Losing us? Kale stepped closer, his eyes soft but determined. We made this choice together, and we will face the consequences together. No matter what. The reckoning. The Oracle stood, her presence filling the room with an ancient power. The choice is not about love alone, she said, her voice both gentle and firm. It is about sacrifice. You must decide if you will save this world from collapsing, or if you will choose to hold on to your love. Ira's heart raced. What do you mean? Fate is not only about love, the Oracle continued. It is the balance of all things, life, death, light, darkness. You've disturbed the natural order, and now the kingdom trembles under the weight of your choice. The air's disappearance is the first sign. There are others who will fall, other pieces of this world you cannot predict. If you wish to undo this, you must give up something precious. Kale looked at Ira, his brow furrowed. What does she mean? What do we have to give up? The Oracle's gaze met his, and for the first time, Ira saw a flicker of pity in her eyes. Ira, Kale, one of you must choose to leave this world. One of you must return to where you came from to restore the balance. Only then can the kingdom be saved. The heartbreaking decision. Ira's breath caught in her throat. No, she whispered, shaking her head. I can't leave you. I can't leave this world. I chose you, Kale. We're meant to be together. But Kale gently placed his hand on her shoulder. His eyes locked with hers. Ira, it's okay. If one of us must leave for the kingdom to survive, then it will be me. Ira stared at him, horrified. No, Kale, don't say that. Don't even think it. Kale cupped her face, his touch tender but firm. I love you, Ira. And I've always known that love doesn't mean holding on to each other at all costs. It means wanting the other to be happy, even if it means letting go. Ira's eyes filled with tears as she looked at him, seeing the pain in his expression. She could feel the weight of his words, but the thought of losing him, of leaving him, was unbearable. I don't want to lose you, she whispered, her voice breaking. I've just found you, Kale. I can't lose you now. Kale smiled softly, his eyes filled with love and sorrow. But we're not losing each other, Ira. No matter where we are, whether in this world or another, I'll always love you. The final choice. The room grew silent as the Oracle's presence seemed to intensify, awaiting their decision. Ira closed her eyes, her mind racing. If she chose to stay, she thought, would the world fall apart? If Kale left, would they ever have another chance? Could they really rewrite fate? The seconds felt like hours as Ira weighed the impossible choice. Her love for Kale was deep, and yet, she couldn't ignore the reality that the world was breaking around them. The kingdom was in danger. And the air's disappearance was just the beginning. But could she let Kale leave this world? Could she sacrifice everything they had worked for? The Oracle's voice broke through her thoughts. Time is running out, Ira. Choose. With a trembling hand, Ira reached for Kale's, squeezing it tightly. Her heart wrenched as she stared into his eyes, seeing the depth of his love for her. This was it. This was the choice they had to make. I won't choose without you, she whispered. Kael nodded slowly, his voice steady despite the storm raging inside him. We don't have to choose right now. Let's give everything we can to save the kingdom. Together, the oracle's eyes flickered with recognition. Then you are ready. The restoration of balance. As Ira and Kael stood together, the world around them began to shift again. The palace trembled, the sky above them flickering like a broken mirror. The heir, once lost, was now found. But the kingdom's fate was still uncertain. The oracle spoke one last time. Remember, love is a force that can alter fate. But sometimes, love means knowing when to fight and when to let go. The kingdom will not survive without sacrifice. You have chosen, but the price is yet to be paid. Chapter 27, The Price of Sacrifice. The palace gates, midnight. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a pale light over the grand gates of the palace. The wind whispered softly through the trees, carrying with it the promise of change. Ira stood alone in the courtyard, her thoughts racing. The choice that Kael and she had made felt like a weight too heavy to bear, and yet, it was the only path they could take. The kingdom was slowly beginning to recover from the chaos their decision had caused. But Ira couldn't shake the feeling that something was still wrong. Kael had said they would face everything together, but she wasn't sure if that was true anymore. As she stood there, staring at the vast night sky, a figure approached from the shadows. Ira, Kael's voice was a soft whisper, breaking the silence. She turned to face him, her heart skipping a beat as their eyes met. There was something different about him now, a quiet resolve that hadn't been there before. Kael, she breathed, stepping toward him. I've been thinking about what the oracle said. Kael smiled faintly, his expression bittersweet. I've been thinking about it too. We've made the right choice, Ira. We can't keep holding on to what's not meant to be. Ira's chest tightened. But what if what's meant to be is you and me? What if we can rewrite it all, change it for good? Kael shook his head, his expression firm. Love is powerful, Ira. But it's not the only thing that keeps the world turning. There's something greater than us at play here. The echo of the kingdom. The wind picked up again, this time carrying a faint sound with it. It was a distant cry, a cry that echoed through the halls of the palace and reverberated in Ira's heart. It was the voice of the kingdom, in pain, struggling to hold itself together. I hear it, Ira whispered, her eyes wide. The kingdom, it's still falling apart, even after all we've done. Kael's face darkened, and he reached for her hand, his grip tightening as if grounding himself. It's not over yet, Ira. We've only just begun, but I think I know what we need to do. Ira turned to face him, her heart pounding. What do you mean? Kael took a deep breath, his eyes filled with determination. We need to go to the heart of the kingdom, to the sacred grounds where the balance of all things is maintained. The magic that holds the world together is there. If we can fix that, then the kingdom will survive. Ira nodded slowly, her mind racing with the implications of his words. But the oracle said that one of us would have to leave. That we would have to make a sacrifice. Kael's eyes softened as he looked at her. We will make that sacrifice. Together, the journey to the sacred grounds. The journey to the sacred grounds was long and perilous. As they traveled deeper into the kingdom, the signs of its unraveling became more apparent. The once lush forests had withered, and the rivers that ran through the land had slowed to a mere trickle. Ira could feel the weight of their choices bearing down on them, each step they took bringing them closer to the point of no return. The air was thick with tension, and every glance Kael shared with her seemed to carry 100 unspoken words. They finally arrived at the sacred grounds, a vast, ancient temple hidden in the heart of the kingdom. The stones were worn and covered in moss, but the power that radiated from the place was undeniable. It was a place where the very fabric of the world had been woven together long ago. Ira and Kael stood before the temple's entrance, staring up at the towering structure. The temple loomed over them, its power both awe-inspiring and terrifying. The final choice. As they stepped into the temple, the air grew colder, and the world around them seemed to quiet. Inside, the walls were adorned with ancient carvings that told the story of the kingdom's creation, of how love, sacrifice, and balance had shaped the world they now inhabited. The center of the temple held an altar, and upon it lay a crystal, glowing with an ethereal light. It was the heart of the kingdom, the source of all magic and balance. But it was also where the final decision would be made. Ira's heart raced as she approached the altar, her hands trembling. Kael, what if we can't fix this? What if we've already gone too far? Kael stood beside her, his voice steady and strong. We've already come this far, Ira. We can't turn back now. Whatever happens next, we face it together. But Ira knew, deep down, that only one of them could make it out of this temple. Only one of them could be allowed to return to the world they had come from. And the other would have to remain here, in the kingdom, forever. The sacrifice. The crystal began to pulse with light, and the air around them seemed to thrum with energy. It was as if the entire kingdom was watching them, waiting for their choice. Ira turned to Kael, her eyes filled with tears. Kael, I can't lose you. Kael smiled gently, wiping away a stray tear from her cheek. And I can't lose you either. But sometimes, love means knowing when to let go. Ira's chest tightened with the weight of his words. But, if you stay, Kael, you'll be stuck here forever. I know, he said quietly, his voice steady. But if staying means saving the kingdom, then that's what I'll do. Because I love you, and if I stay here, it's for you. For us, for this world. Ira felt her heart shatter, but she knew he was right. And what if I stay? What will happen then? Kael's eyes locked with hers, a final, deep connection between them. If you stay, Ira, then we will both have the love we've always wanted. But the kingdom will suffer. And it may never fully heal. The crystal pulsed brightly, the magic in the air growing stronger. It was time. Chapter 28, The Final Sacrifice. The heart of the temple, midnight. The light from the crystal pulsed rhythmically, its glow bright enough to illuminate the entire temple. The air was thick with the magic that surrounded them, and it seemed to be alive, pushing and pulling, demanding a decision. The weight of what was happening pressed down on Ira's chest, suffocating her with its intensity. She stood facing Kael, her heart in turmoil, her mind clouded with doubt. The love she felt for him was undeniable, but so was the duty that lay before them. The kingdom, their world, and the very balance of life and death hung in the balance. Kael, Ira whispered, her voice trembling. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can live without you. Kael stepped forward, his gaze unwavering. Ira, you're not alone. I will always be with you, in your heart. Even if we can't be together in this world, our love will transcend time and space. Love doesn't fade, not even with distance. You must trust that. Ira's eyes blurred with tears, but she fought them back, unwilling to let her emotions take control. And you? Will you be able to live without me? Kael's lips curled into a bittersweet smile. I will survive, because I will have the memory of you. And the love we shared will keep me strong. I would give up everything for this world to be saved, for you to be happy. Even if that means I must stay here. In this kingdom, alone. The moment of choice, the crystal before them began to glow brighter, its light growing blinding, almost unbearable. The temple shook, as though it were responding to the raw emotion and tension between them. Ira's heart raced as she looked at Kael, the truth dawning upon her. Only one of them could return. Only one could leave this sacred place alive. I love you, Kael, Ira said, her voice choked with emotion. But I don't want to let you go. I don't want to make this choice. I want us to be together. I don't want this sacrifice. Kael reached out, cupping her face gently. His touch was warm, grounding her in the midst of the storm raging inside her heart. Ira, we've already made this choice, together. The world needs to be healed, and for that, one of us must remain behind. You have a greater purpose than staying here. The kingdom needs you, Ira. She shook her head, a sob escaping her lips. But I can't leave you. You are everything to me. How can I just walk away? I'm here, Kael said softly. And I will always be here, no matter the distance between us. This world needs you more than I do. You are the one who can change it, heal it, make it whole again. I believe in you, Ira. The crystal surged, sending a wave of power through the room. Ira could feel her connection to Kael, stronger than ever, but also slipping away. As though fate itself was pulling them apart. The choice had to be made. The ultimate sacrifice. With shaking hands, Ira took a deep breath. She knew what she had to do, even if it broke her heart. She had to let go of Kael. For the kingdom, for the love they had shared. She stepped back, her voice a whisper. Kale, I'll choose for us. I'll leave, and I'll carry your love with me, always. I'll make sure the kingdom is safe. And I'll make sure you're remembered. Kale's eyes flickered with pain. But he nodded, his love and acceptance shining through. And I'll stay, Ira. I will stay here, guarding the kingdom. But you will always be in my heart. And I'll wait for the day when we can be together again. Ira stepped forward one last time, her hand reaching for his. She kissed him gently on the lips, a kiss filled with all the love, pain, and longing they had ever felt. It was a kiss that would mark the end of their journey together, but also the beginning of something eternal. I will never forget you, Ira said, her voice breaking. And I will never forget you, Kale replied, his voice steady but full of sorrow. Go now, Ira, make this world whole again. And know that no matter where you are, I will always be by your side. The light of the crystal. The crystal at the center of the temple began to pulse with one final, blinding flash. The light engulfed Ira and Kale, their forms disappearing into the glow as the temple shook violently. The world around them seemed to bend and shift, and the very fabric of time seemed to tear apart and then heal itself. Ira could feel herself being pulled away, back to her world. The warmth of Kale's presence faded, leaving behind a hollow emptiness in her chest. She clung to the memory of him, but it was slipping through her fingers like sand. The last thing she saw before everything went dark was Kale's face, his expression filled with love and sorrow. His lips mouthing the words, I love you, Ira. The return to the real world. When Ira opened her eyes, she was no longer in the temple. The world around her was familiar, yet it felt distant, like a dream she couldn't quite remember. She was back in her own world, the one she had left behind. But the emptiness in her chest remained. The love she had for Kale was still alive, but it was a love that belonged to another world, a world she could never return to. Her heart ached as she thought of him, of the kingdom, and of everything she had left behind. Chapter 29, The Unexpected Reunion. The city, 1 year later. Ira stood at the edge of a bustling city street, the cool breeze lifting her hair as she watched the world pass by. Life had moved on. The kingdom she had once called home, the love she had shared with Kale, all seemed like a distant memory now. She had returned to her world, to the life of a doctor, to the life she knew before she was swept into a realm of magic and sacrifice. But even in the midst of the familiar, there was a sense of longing that wouldn't go away. Ira had tried to move on, to bury the memories of Kale deep within her heart, but it was impossible. The love they had shared was a part of her, and no matter how much time passed, she couldn't forget the man who had given up everything for her. As she walked through the streets of the city, Ira passed a small cafe she used to frequent before everything had changed. She paused, memories rushing back, memories of a different life, a life that felt like it belonged to someone else. A silent encounter. She stepped into the cafe, the familiar scent of coffee and pastries filling her senses. She ordered a cup of tea and found a quiet corner by the window, watching the rain begin to fall softly outside. The sound of the rain tapping against the window was soothing, but it couldn't quiet the ache in her heart. Just as she was about to take a sip of her tea, the door opened with a soft chime. Ira didn't look up, too lost in her thoughts to pay much attention. But then, the air seemed to shift, and a feeling of recognition washed over her. She froze. There, standing in the doorway, was a figure she never thought she would see again. A tall man with dark hair, his eyes burning with a familiar intensity. Kale. Her heart skipped a beat, and she blinked, as if trying to convince herself that she was imagining things. But no, it was him. The same man who had sacrificed everything for her, the same man whose memory she had carried with her every day. Kale stood there for a moment, his gaze scanning the room, as if searching for something. When his eyes met hers, time seemed to stand still. Ira's breath caught in her throat, her mind struggling to comprehend what was happening. Kale smiled softly, his expression a mixture of joy and sadness. Ira. She stood up, her legs shaky, her heart racing. She didn't know what to say, or even how to feel. How was he here? How was he standing in front of her after everything that had happened? Ira, I know this is impossible, Kale said, his voice low and filled with emotion. But I had to find you. I've searched for you in every way I could, across realms, across time. I couldn't stay away. I couldn't let you go, not after everything. Ira's eyes filled with tears, her hands trembling as she reached out to him. Kale, but you stayed behind. You sacrificed everything for me. Why are you here? Kale stepped forward, his gaze never leaving hers. I don't know how it's possible. I don't know what's changed, but I'm here, Ira. And I will never leave you again. The explanation. Ira took a deep breath, trying to steady herself. She couldn't understand how this was happening. Was this another twist of fate? Was this a dream? But how? She whispered. How are you here, Kale? You stayed in the kingdom. You chose to stay and protect it. You gave up everything. Kale sat down across from her, his hands resting on the table. I don't know how to explain it. After I stayed behind, I began to feel a pull, a connection that was stronger than anything I'd ever felt before. I think it was your love, Ira. You gave me the strength to keep going, to fight to return to you. And somehow, in some way, the magic that tied us together allowed me to come back. Ira shook her head, unable to process the enormity of his words. But, the sacrifice, the oracle said, one of us had to stay behind. The kingdom would never heal if one of us left. How is it possible that you're here? I don't have all the answers, Kale replied softly. But what I do know is that love has the power to defy even the most impossible odds. And I couldn't let you go. I couldn't live with the thought of being apart from you. A new beginning. Ira's heart swelled with emotion, the pain of their separation suddenly fading away. She reached out to him, her fingers brushing against his. I thought I had lost you forever, she whispered, her voice breaking. I thought that I would never feel your touch again. Kale gently took her hand, squeezing it with a tenderness that made her heart ache. You'll never lose me again, Ira. I'm here, and I will always be here. Tears spilled down Ira's cheeks as she finally allowed herself to believe it. The man she had loved, the man who had sacrificed everything, was back. And together, they could build a future, a new beginning that was theirs to shape. As the rain continued to fall outside, Ira and Kale sat together in silence, their hearts reunited. The kingdom had healed, the sacrifice had been made, and now, in this world, they were together. And no force, no magic, no fate would ever pull them apart again. Chapter 30, A New Dawn. The city, a year later. It had been 1 year since Kale appeared in Ira's world, since they had found each other again. In the time that passed, the impossible had become reality. Kale, the prince of a distant kingdom, now walked the streets of Ira's city beside her, free from the magical barriers that had once kept them apart. The world they shared now was different. Ira and Kale no longer lived in two separate worlds, they had bridged the gap between realms and found a way to be together. Kale had stepped into her life as seamlessly as he had stepped into her heart. Ira had never felt so complete. Every day she woke up beside him, her heart filled with love and joy. They had built a life together, something real, something tangible. No longer confined by fate or magic, they had the chance to create their own future. Ira and Kale's journey together. Ira had become the doctor she had always dreamed of being, but now with Kale beside her, her work felt even more meaningful. She continued to heal, but now, the world was also healing with them. The two of them brought light to each other's lives, and it reflected in everything they did. Kale, ever the supportive partner, had taken on the role of an advisor to the kingdom he once ruled, but now it was his and Ira's world to shape. They had found a way to bring together both worlds, merging them into a peaceful future. They traveled often, but always together, exploring new places, new cultures, and new adventures. Their love was no longer bound by the sacrifices of the past, no longer marked by duty and obligation. Now, it was simply theirs. They were free. A moment in the garden. One afternoon, as the sun dipped low in the sky, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, Kale and Ira sat in their garden. The roses were in full bloom, their fragrance heavy in the air. Kale leaned back against the stone wall, his arm around Ira, as she nestled close to him. They didn't need to speak, the silence between them was comfortable, peaceful. Ira looked up at him, her heart filled with gratitude. I can't believe this is real, she said softly, her fingers tracing the lines of his hand. After everything, I never imagined this would be how our story would end. KL smiled, his eyes full of affection. Our story hasn't ended, Ira. It's only just begun. We've already been through so much, and now we can build the future we've always wanted. She nodded, the joy of their reunion still a constant source of warmth in her heart. I never thought I would get to live this life. I thought I would always be lost in memories of you, but now I can make new ones, with you. KL lifted her hand to his lips, pressing a gentle kiss to her fingers. And we will. Every day, I'll make new memories with you, Ira. Every day will be a reminder that we were worth the wait, worth the sacrifice. The proposal, as the days turned into months, and the months into years. Ira and KL grew even closer. Their bond, once forged by fate, now rested on the strong foundation they had built together. One evening, as they stood under the stars, KL turned to Ira with a look that took her breath away. His eyes were filled with love, but also with a certain seriousness that caught her attention. Ira, he began, his voice steady, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Something that I should have asked a long time ago. Ira's heart skipped a beat. She couldn't help but smile as she watched him, her pulse quickening. KL took a deep breath, his hand reaching for hers. Will you marry me, Ira? Will you spend the rest of your life with me? Tears welled up in Ira's eyes as she nodded, her heart swelling with love. Yes, KL, yes, I will. With those words, their futures were forever entwined. The love they had fought for, the love that had transcended all boundaries, was finally sealed. They were no longer just two souls bound by destiny, they were partners. Forever. The wedding. It was a beautiful day when Ira and KL finally tied the knot, surrounded by friends, family, and the people they loved. The ceremony was small, but every moment was perfect. KL, dressed in regal attire, looked every bit the prince he was, but it was his love for Ira that made him shine the brightest. Ira, dressed in a simple yet elegant gown, was radiant. Her smile was the most beautiful thing KL had ever seen. In that moment, she was no longer the girl who had stumbled into a world of magic and sacrifice. She was the woman who had made that world her own and had found a love that would last through all time. A life filled with love. Years passed, and the love between Ira and KL only deepened. They grew old together, but their love never faded. They were partners in everything. And as they watched the sun set on yet another beautiful day, they knew that no matter what the future held, they would face it together. Their story had been one of sacrifice, of love that defied the odds. But in the end, it was a story of two people who found each other, despite the world's obstacles, and who never gave up on their love. And as they stood hand in hand, watching the horizon, they both knew one thing for sure, this was their happy ending. The end. And so, their journey comes to an end. Through pain, separation, and healing, they found not the love they wanted, but the love they truly needed. Red Heart, thank you for staying with us through every moment, every heartbeat, every choice. This was Wrong Love, Right Heart, only on the Velvet Story. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, and subscribe. New audio series are coming soon, filled with even more unforgettable characters and emotions. Until next time, keep listening, keep feeling. This is the Velvet Story.